Is the US facing a fiscal crisis? So US Treasuries have been under pressure recently. The main driver is the ballooning of deficits since the pandemic, and as a result, the ballooning in supply of US bonds onto the market. These were initially mopped up by the Federal Reserve as part of their quantitative easing program, but that program ended 3 years ago. And since then, the Federal Reserve has been running down the size of its balance sheet, so letting those bonds mature and not replacing them with new bonds. So the net impact is there's been additional supply of US bonds onto the market. Trump's big beautiful bill, the key element is extending the tax cuts that were initially introduced in 2017 and were due to expire next year. So the idea is that those tax cuts will be extended into the indefinite future. That is partly financed by cuts in spending, particularly Medicare and Medicaid. But the overall impact is to maintain a large fiscal deficit, which is raising concerns about fiscal sustainability going forward. And it's likely to lead to an increase in government debt well beyond 100% of GDP, and as a result, ongoing heavy supply of US bonds into the market. At the same time, the Trump administration is successfully weakening the dollar. But that makes US Treasuries less attractive from the perspective of foreign reserve managers. The fact that the currency of the asset that they're buying is depreciating. So taking a step back, the shift in the overall policy mix from a combination of tight fiscal policy and low interest rates that prevailed from the period of the GFC to the pandemic to what we have now, which is since the pandemic, which is a mixture of relatively loose fiscal policy and relatively tight monetary policy, so higher interest rates. That's structurally leading to higher bond yields. Thank you for listening.
This video is not a recommendation or personal financial advice. With investing, your capital is at risk. Investments can fluctuate in value, and you may get back less than you invest.